luckier than them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. That sounds like a strategy I can get behind. Also, time wipe looks like it sucks. The flavor text on time wipe kind of sick. It should exile all creatures because of the flavor text.
Mm-hmm. So for this game, Abzan and 8-Rec. I think the way this is supposed to go. Abzan a deck that top decks pretty well.
Yeah.
So
and also, we'll just take all the relevant cards from 8-Rec most of the time, or like enough of them.
Yeah. This is one of the few decks that just has main deck answers to the rack.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be fairly difficult for Mason to get much going here.
Ooh, starts with a Wrench Mind. Now he's got to discard 2 cards. Looks like.
Nah, he's gonna blow them out by discarding Nile Spellbound because they main deck those now. Is that a Bitter Blossom he threw away?
No, that is a Fatal Push and
okay.
Marsh. Fetch. Liliana of the Veil. We're both gonna be empty-handed. You knew that this is what you signed up for. Are you ready for it, kid? Oh, dude, is he gonna sacrifice his own Liliana of the Veil? I think that's a real play. Alright, back to the important stuff. Time Wipe's flavor text, right? And why it should exile. To comprehend the full answer requires years of temporal study. In short, they were now never born in the first place.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can get behind that exiling.
Yeah, that absolutely should exile. They don't exist anymore. They've ceased to exist completely. Steve over here empty-handed. Oh no, that's not what you wanted to see when you.
How did he get? Oh wait, he had the Shrieking Affliction already, right?
Yeah.
He's completely. Is Steve completely empty-handed? Yeah. He just took 6. Man, that got really bad for him really quickly. Yeah, I mean, now he's just gonna sit here not plussing his Liliana.
That feels wrong to me.
Really?
Because you know that all of his cards are going to make you discard the card anyways. Might as well get the loyalty.
Sure. He has to sack a land here.
Not sure what he wants to get rid of. Yeah, I mean, if he can get up on loyalty, he can at least ultimate Liliana before the game is over.
Get rid of one of your.
Yeah, I mean, it's not awesome, but he'll likely be able to draw an answer by then.
You're Scavenging Ooze and didn't cast it.
He's hoping to get out of range. But like all of Mason's cards should get him out.
Yeah. Well, there's also a Raven's Crime in the yard, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should just play his cards.
He just can't see. Unfortunate. Kind of never saw the cards he needed to see in there. I do love the apostrophe. So, yeah, at Mason's board, got 3 Bontus, 1 Dismember, 2 Fulminator Mage, 2 Asylum Visitor, 1 Phyrexian Arena, 4 Spell Bombs. Fulminator Mage is decent. We saw Stirring Wildwood and a Shambling Vent, so those are like reasonable targets. Like a decent mid-range card. A Spell Bomb probably isn't one of the matchups you wanted, even though Steve does use the graveyard a bit.
Yeah.
Bontus is probably reasonable.
I don't know. I'd rather just not mess around with it.
Yeah, I mean, Steve's deck isn't really one that goes wide enough for you to care.
No, I'd rather just have amount of Bantus. Bring in Dismember, it can get one creature that you care about. Normally he's only going on one threat.
I'm a big fan of Steve's sideboard here. He's got 3 Surgicals, 2 Golgari Charm, 2 Stony Silence, 1 Gaze of Granite, 2 Raking Canopy, 2 Fulminator Mage, 1 Damnation. Settle the Wreckage. The Gaze of Granite definitely coming in.
Yeah.
Format All-Star Gaze of Granite. When I played Green Black Rock, I had Gaze of Granite in my sideboard.
Well, yeah, you should.
Golgari Charm definitely coming in. Probably it. See anything else here that's very useful to him?
Really? I think I saw him bringing in Missile Vital Force. I mean, you need a pressure when you get going, so that's a reason.
Yeah, it's probably better than some cards that are in his deck right now.
Yeah.
I think it's being not too bad. Steve's hand is very bad.
You keep it knowing that he won't be able to burn through all the cards in your hand.
No. Well, here's the thing. His hand didn't even have like drops or anything. He just had to draw land.
No, you just don't. Like, how does Mason ever beat you? Just never play any cards. You just draw. He's on the draw, dude. He's gonna deck. He's only got 4 small box.
Yeah, wait, you're right.
Oh shit, he got Wrenchman. Deck should play.
Well, what if there's a Nile Spellbomb in Steve's hand? Get him by discarding that instead. Get the 1-lander with a swamp. Take your card that is the most likely to be castable.
Yeah.
A nice Siege Rhino and Kalidas. Okay, he drew Stirring Wildwood, which is like almost the perfect land to draw here. Well, I mean, the perfect one's probably any fetch. French Mind, throw away both those 4 drops. Armaglyph is going to make Force Mason to have a removal spell, though. Oh, he's got a Fatal Push and a Smallpox.
Jeez.
Yep. Probably going to take away the Golgari Charm.
The one that has the mode that does things.
Yeah. Yep.
Hit him with another discard spell. Or Fatal Push. Love Fatal Push.
Like that.
Damn.
Well, he managed to draw all the lands he needed, but
Empty-handed. Mason just looking for a rack. Just looking for a piece that does anything.
oh, he drew Nile Spellbomb. He brought those in.
Pull up the yard.
So now this ooze never gets to get bigger, basically.
I mean, if that even matters to him. He might have another Fatal Push in him.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, okay, maybe he can piece something together here with this ooze because he's got a bunch of creatures in the yard, but I'm gonna shut that option off real quick.
No creatures in Mason's yard. And what Steve drew. If it was a land, he gets to start doing things. Oh, Lingering Souls.
Okay. Kind of punishing Mason for using the spell bomb early.
Although
it was still good to use it there, in my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah, like, you're just looking at a bunch of discard spells. Okay, there's the Shrieking Affliction. Angoif. Angoif is pretty big right now. It's an artifact instant sorcery. Yeah, that's it.
3/4.
This is a pretty reasonable clock right now. Definitely a faster clock.
Hey, Dismember.
Okay. He had to pay 2 life for that.
Yeah. Steve, of course, also on a clock here, though.
Right, he's getting bolted every turn.
Mason with another spell bomb.
Yeah, he's gonna play that out here. Punish Steve for not flashing back the Lingering Souls last turn, although I think the Goif out's still probably the correct play.
Yeah.
Oh, he did in fact pay 4 life for the Dismember. I missed it. Draws another Tarmogoyf.
Oh. Yeah, sorry if you guys explained it. So Iraq is a deck that plays the Rack and Shrieking Affliction, which is sort of like 4 extra copies of the Rack, hence the name. 8 Rack, you have 8 copies of the Rack, sort of. And then you just discard. You just make your opponent go empty-handed, and the Rack and Shrieking Affliction punish your opponent, make them take damage in their upkeep for not having cards in there. You kind of try to ignore the board as much as possible. I mean, it's not exactly easy, and then you just play discard spells.
So Mason's dead on board here. Unless, well, he can play Liliana in minus to kill Spirit. That's enough.
Smallpox and they Mutavault to block.
Oh yeah, he is a Mutavault.
But instead, he's not going to.
I don't think he has any instant speed interaction other than putting Mutavault in front of Gavin.
Playing Liliana would have been good enough.
No?
Minusing. If is 3, Spirit is 4, Ooze is 5, 6.
He's at 6.
Yeah, that would kill them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Smallpox also wouldn't. Oh yeah, he actually just had to do this.
Wait, wouldn't it have? Because he still would have gotten the block in. And he would have made him lose a creature, and then he could have next turn played Liliana and gotten rid of another Spirit. But again, Spirits are irrelevant.
Right.
Getting rid of them is not good. Steve gonna get to be on the play all 3 games. Because 8 Rack is the only deck in Modern that takes the draw.
Right. Mason just set aside those 3 Bantus out of his board. Like he wants to bring those in now.
Yeah, Abzan goes a little bit wider than the other green-black X strategies. That's an okay card to bring in. I mean, the cards in his deck don't do very much matchup. That's fair. Hey Dan, find out if it's 4 or 5 rounds. I bet it's 5. There's a fair amount of people. So back into politics. I don't have something to say after that.
At what point were we on politics?
When I memed about Ben Shapiro being a terrorist.
I don't know if that's politics, but that's just called being a dumbass. Like,
oh no, Ben Shapiro is not good for the United States.
I understand that.
Calling him a
but
terrorist.
Memeing about calling anyone a terrorist might be a little too far. I don't know.
Social terrorism.
It's the same thing.
No, not different. Biological terrorism. Ecological terrorism.
Yeah,
as is being performed by the Chinese with pollution. Is that too far?
I think we're stretching the definition of terrorism.
No.
I'm also not sure that this would even be a discussion topic. I suppose there aren't any that rule.
There really aren't.
Well, besides Twitch terms of service.
I mean, I don't think we're violating any of those. Although I can start if you'd like. I will lay under the camera and flash my cock and balls.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, if you'd like to, follow me on Twitter at UGSGHavard.
You need to take the extra G out of there.
I do,
yeah.
But not anytime soon. Yeah.
Have I ever told you how much I enjoy the amount of shuffling that takes place in Modern?
No, but I'd love to hear about it.
It's my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, it's definitely up there for me.
You ever play like a video game?
Yeah.
Just wish there were more loading screens.
You ever wish
that's me when I play standard.
You ever wish loading screens were done better? Like,
you ever played Skyrim?
You ever played Mario Party 5? Bitch has Skyrim loading screen.
Yeah.
Man, that was such a good time. This is too many
This
lands.
is the worst swamp art, by the way, on the left here. I absolutely hate this swamp art.
It was pretty common for a while.
I know. Which
don't like
part
it.
of why I hate it.
Yeah. It's
so,
like an Ixalan and
so
19
so for a while,
Rivals.
For a while on X-Mage, this was the default swamp art.
Sad.
So everyone used it. I hate it.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you play with default swamp art on like anything like that, you're just a failure.
Well, yeah, because you have access to all of it. Mason have an answer for this Dark Confidant.
Unlikely.
I mean, he's playing a good amount of spot. He has a fatal push.
I mean, what would be the best answer for him is small pop. But
right.
Sure. Fatal push. Now we're gonna discard again. Thoughtseize.
We'll most likely take Liliana away. I could see taking Trophy because that interacts with his pieces, but doesn't take it. I need to find a threat, and he top decks one. That's a pretty good top deck.
Oh yeah. I mean, Thermalwave's just gonna get in there for like $1 billion.
Planeswalker in the yard now? Yeah, 4/5.
Yeah. Steve looking to begin applying pressure. Zap. Has the meta been lately?
Bad.
Well, it depends where you look, right? Here, it's fine. But that's because it's like a local game store. And not everyone wants to be on the best thing. But is it Phoenix is out there?
Well, here's the thing. There's modern, and there's modern.
He did air quotes if you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Which you can't.
What we play here is modern with air quotes.
Yeah, we are playing the modern legal cards. The ban list still affects us, but it's not exactly competitive playing the best dang thing on the planet, modern.
Right.
I don't know if you're trying to win a trophy, although I'd like to.
I'll say that the real modern meta that you'll see at big tournaments is much worse than much more degenerate. Think about pulling out my green black elf list. Worried about the sideboard. I think green black elves is a pretty reasonable deck at all levels of play.
Yeah.
It's very fast, capable of playing long games.
Has a decent amount of resilience.
It has a linear turn 3 kill.
Basically all the checks.
As far as a sideboard, I'm not really sure what that deck usually plays in the sideboard. As far as just...
That's definitely a deck that doesn't get to have a catch-all sideboard. That's like you definitely have to like sort of make some metagame calls.
Yeah, I mean you can play stuff like Assassin's Trophy in the sideboard of that deck.
Yeah.
Gutsy really just taking us a ways off of casting that. But
Yeah. Steve gonna Assassin's Trophy Mutavault. Doesn't actually have to deal with a clock. He gets time to draw out of it. Out here with nothing, but also no pressure from his opponent.
draws Golgari Charm.
That's an answer. That will answer a Shrieking Affliction. Like nothing else.
He just has to get lucky and have that be the actual threat that Mason finds first.
Yeah, if he finds a rack, trouble.
Not gonna do anything. He's gonna be wishing he had that trophy back. Finds nothing. Get a land into play for when you draw your 4-drops.
Drino.
Spell bomb, draw a card.
Damn, he just throwing his cards around out here though.
Can't tell what that is. There.
I can tell what Steve just drew. And you know what that means. So it's a Siege Rhino. And you know what that means? That means there's another one on top.
Another Siege Rhino?
Yeah, and he's going to shuffle.
Well, it's not on top right now. It will be.
It will be.
Yeah,
Post-shuffle.
After Mason cuts his deck, it will be on top.
Boom. Here he is. Big boy. Siege Rhino. Wrench Mind. Goodbye, Golgar.
Well, now he has no answers to anything, but he does have a large Rhino.
Well, I think he just top decked a Maelstrom Vault. So back to having answers. He's had to make that play twice this game. Ooh.
Onto Last Reckoning to destroy your Siege Rhino.
threat. Draw.
Yeah.
No.
Dead in 2 turns. Can't untap this turn. Trying to count how many card types. Doesn't seem right. There's definitely land in there.
Land, sorcery, creature,
there's
instant.
an instant.
Oh,
Yeah,
artifact.
there's a planeswalker too. Dead in 2 turns.
Very.
Surgical extraction.
Does Nihil Spellbomb target?
Target's a player, yes.
Mason is still dead.
Correct.
He could target. I was gonna say he could target himself, but he just took 5. He'll be up 3. That won't be enough.
Yeah.
What is he gonna do? What is Steve doing? He's looking at the
surgical extraction. Your Bantu's last record. That's
surgical extraction.
He could surgical fatal push. That'd actually be a reasonable play.
Surgical extraction. Target Nihil Spellbomb.
Yeah, he's gonna surgical fatal push. It's actually bringing in surgical here is very bad.
What he doesn't know is that he would have mind rotted him for 2 life if he had gone for Bantu's last reckoning. A little bit of the green-black X player in him died.
He drew all 3 of his Bantus.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're looking for when you sideboard all 3 of them in, right?
Yeah. So now
land off the top.
Yeah, land off the top.
Buys him another turn.
Yeah, he's not dead, but
he did it. The top deck master. Look at that. Steve, looking for a threat. Threat. There it is. Dark Confidant. It's very scary.
There is another Bantus. Alright, takes no damage. Gambling Vent, another threat.
Jeez, Mason is out here in trouble.
He's definitely dead now, right? He has no instant speed interaction for Shambling Vent, right?
I don't think so.
You don't think? He has to remove Bob.
I know. No. I mean, I don't think he has instant speed interaction.
Okay.
No, he's probably quite dead.
What is this?